Have you ever wanted something so badly you'd do anything for it? Even something everyone says is impossible. Let me tell you a story about a boy who wanted just that. High in the mist-shrouded mountains, where the peaks scraped the sky, lived a dragon. Ancient, wise, and with scales like molten gold. The dragon was a creature of myth, and every single day, a small, determined boy would climb the treacherous cliffs just to reach its lair. The boy wasn't there to slay the beast or steal its treasure. He had a much stranger request. "Teach me to fly," he'd plead, his voice echoing in the vast cavern. Every day, the dragon would lift its massive head, smoke curling from its nostrils, and give the same patient answer. "Little one, you are not meant for the sky. Your bones are solid, your body grounded. Humans belong to the earth, not the air." But the boy was relentless. He'd spend hours describing the freedom he imagined, the feeling of the wind beneath him, soaring above the world. The dragon would listen, its gaze ancient and unreadable, but its answer never changed. No. This went on 4 seasons. The boy grew taller, his climbs more confident, his pleas more passionate. The dragon remained a steadfast mountain of refusal. The villagers below whispered about the boy who spoke to the dragon, calling him a dreamer, a fool. But the boy didn't care. The dream of flight was his entire world. He studied the birds, the way they caught the currents, the effortless flick of a wing. He'd leap from small rocks, flapping his arms wildly, only to tumble onto the soft grass below. Still, he wouldn't give up. One crisp autumn afternoon, the boy was making his usual climb. Perhaps he was distracted, lost in a daydream of clouds and sky, or maybe a loose rock, worn by wind and rain, finally gave way. His foot slipped. For a terrifying second, he dangled by his fingertips, the world spinning below him. His grip failed, and he fell. The air rushed past him, a deafening roar in his ears. The ground, a patchwork of green and brown, hurtled up to meet him. This is it, he thought. This is the end. He closed his eyes, a single tear tracing a path through the grime on his cheek. But the impact never came. Instead, he felt a sudden, powerful force scoop him from his descent. He was cradled against something warm and impossibly strong. He opened his eyes and found himself looking into the golden, reptilian eye of the dragon. They were soaring, gliding smoothly through the air. The wind now a gentle caress instead of a violent roar. The boy, caught between terror and absolute exhilaration, started to laugh. Tears of relief streamed down his face as he shouted over the wind. "You see? I knew you'd teach me. I'm flying. Primera, caen, fly." The dragon's voice, a low rumble that vibrated through the boy's whole body, was softer than he'd ever heard it. "No, little one," it said gently, as it carried him back toward the safety of the cliff top. "You cannot fly. You can fall." The dragon landed with a grace that defied its size and set the boy down on solid ground. The boy looked at the magnificent creature, his laughter fading, confusion dawning on his face. The dragon looked back at him, its ancient eyes filled with a strange tenderness. "I'm just here to catch you," it said, and in that moment, the boy finally understood. All this time he thought he needed wings. He thought flight was about ability, about changing what he was to become something else. It was wrong. True flight, the kind that truly lifts you, isn't about what you can do on your own. It's about trust. It's about knowing that when you stumble, when you fall from the highest cliffs, there will be someone there to catch you. It's not our own strength that carries us through the impossible moments, but the hands, or in this case, the claws, that refuse to let us fall. The boy never asked the dragon to teach him to fly again. He didn't need to. He had already learned something far more important. So, who are the dragons in your life? Who are the ones who catch you when you fall? Maybe it's a friend, a family member, or a mentor. They might not give you what you think you want, but they give you what you truly need. Support, trust, and the safety to dare to climb in the first place. Sometimes, the greatest gift isn't wings to fly, but a safe place to land. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more tales that make you think. See you next time.